Uh-oh. What's leaking out of my tractor now? This was about where it was sitting. Roughly the last couple of days. Something's leaking out of it. That's not good. That's probably maybe hydraulic fluid. It was sitting, let's see here, it was sitting about here, left side, right side. It was off to the side a bit. I bet you that's that rear hydraulic line again. Uh-oh. That's not good. Because I've driven it around a bit and dug a grave with it as well yesterday there. And I didn't notice that. Uh-oh. But right now it's sitting over there, still on top of the hole from yesterday digging. So that's not maybe too good. Gonna have to get her going. I gotta clean out the bottom of the hole again. I think it caved in on me a little bit yesterday. So, oh crap. But anyways, how's she hanging, tubes? Pretty good here. So I went and got some steel yesterday for the tongue on this trailer, and I've got a little bit of a plan. Set up what to do. Let's show you here. We got some kind of sort of special steel yesterday. It was a little expensive. It wasn't too bad, but a little expensive. I needed one special piece. Let's just close the door down here. And anyway, so I got what I believe should be good for everything. And the light's on too, so let's have a look here. Alright, so that's just roughly laid out where it's not going to fall off. It's not where it's going to end up, but we have some 2 inch, if I believe I'm right. 2 inch. Basically the same as like a trailer hitch material. This is, I think, a 2 and frig. I'm gonna have to get my tape measure. I can't remember now. All right, so yes, we have 2 inch OD, and this stuff is 2.5 inch. So that would mean 2 inch on the inside, and it's all 1/4 inch walled stuff. Now this bigger piece is special stuff. It's actually for trailer hitch. Like if you're building a trailer hitch, this is the stuff you would use because it doesn't have a weld joint inside. The weld joint, oh pardon me, inside wouldn't allow you to slide the other piece in because of the weld joint, because it's kind of bumpy and higher there, right? So yeah, we're gonna do a little something special here because I want to have it close. But I'm just kind of contemplating myself a little bit now because I'm thinking, okay, this is what I'm planning. I want to do a telescoping hitch, if you know what I mean. There's going to be some holes drilled in this where I'll drop a pin down for travel mode or whatever. And we'll be able to pull the hitch out a little bit more when we're towing. So when I back in, I'm not going to be too close. And because if it was that 29 inch that I need, when I turn, I'll be having my tires like smashing right into these cross pieces here. Unless I do it without cross pieces. We could do that too. And then she could just kind of stay. It might still, if I turn sharp enough, it might actually rub onto the trailer here itself. So, because the tires are pretty freaking wide and beefy on this thing. So, that's sort of the plan. That is what I've got planned. So, our actual hitch will be on this piece, the telescoping piece. This will be like a rigidy piece. Now, that'd be pretty sweet too, because if I wanted to park this somewhere, I could just pull that hitch thing out, and then, you know, somebody wouldn't be able to take her too easily because there's nothing to hitch to, right? So that's sort of kind of the game plan. What I'm probably going to do though is mount it underneath. I know some of you guys are mentioning that, but I think I'm also going to recess it a little bit. It's a little bit of screwing around. I could probably just weld it underneath, be done, away we go, but I think that actually might be a bit too low. A little bit too low for the tractor. So, because, let me just think about this. If I mount it up higher, I'm going to have to actually pull the hitch up a little bit. If I mount it lower, it's going to be pretty much stationary right at the bottom all the time. I don't really know if I want to tow it when it's right at the bottom. you kind of want them to kind of come up about maybe halfway kind of thing. Because what will happen, I think, now if you're towing with it right down, when you pull a heavy load, it's going to kind of want to pull and kind of, you know, jump a little bit, I guess you will say. So yeah, so I don't know exactly where I want to mount this yet. I like it to you know, have a lot of lift where it will hit the back of the ground and be able to load and unload easy, nice and stuff, but I also don't want it too low where it's going to be too much of a pain in the rear end. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to attempt like a telescoping hitch, so we'll have to drill some holes through, maybe this way too, that we can drop pins in to lock when we're in transport mode. So this main big piece will have to be less than 29 inch. We could put her in actually quite a piece here, because we have to leave enough out for our hitch to attach to. So also I found with this type of hitch I'm going to put on here, is basically two flat bars that come out, one top, one bottom, and then drill a hole through. Drive your drawbar in and then pin it, away you go. Is you have to have them fairly long too, because when you turn, the drawbar will turn and then hit like that thing. So you have to be kind of out from it. So when you turn, you have more room there for your turn. You got to make sure it's long enough. Let me show you. Whoops, sorry, on the other little trailer here, bigger trailer. Okay, so you can see on here how far it is. If I put that in too close, it'll actually hit back here where it mounts. So I've done that a few times. You can see a shiny spot right there. If I turn too far to one way or the other way, it actually bottoms out here. So you have to have it stick out quite a piece, which kind of sucks, but it does work pretty good. And you can see this one, I've actually spaced it too far, and it's actually stretched the steel. It's actually bent this bottom one, because when I go over like this with the tractor and the trailer still going straight, it twists on the drawbar here and it binds it there, and then you end up it's gonna go somewhere, right? So but I mean, this one's actually worked really well for a long time, so I'll probably do the same kind of thing again, but I don't know how much and what I've got for steel. There's a little bit of a funny story behind this thing. It's quite a cobbled mess, but it worked. This was before I kind of had a really good welder, and we kind of cobbled her up a little bit. This part here, you can see there's a part there with a hole in it, and then this goes into this piece, which is a big flat plate, which all worked good in here. But this was actually a hitch mount I made for a John Deere Gator we used to have here way back, and I just kind of smashed it all into there and then built the thing up top, and bang, away we went. So this used to have like a big A-frame 2-inch ball mount, but I used to run a ball in this thing, and every time you pull a load of dirt, it would kind of go like this, and eventually it just tore the ball adapter, A-frame ball mount thing. It tore that apart, so I just cut it all off and then put it to one of these things, and it's been good ever since, good and strong. So that's sort of what I'm not quite so cobbly looking, but something sort of that line, what we're looking at to put on this thing. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of pre-planning, looking at any problems. Right now, we just bang on level. I want to verify that with the floor. We've got 12 inch. So I'd say that's sitting pretty level. Even the level tells me that. Now, technically speaking, if that was right, 10 inch is as low as my hitch will go. So 10 inches is like halfway in the middle of this trailer frame. That would mean that by the time we welded this on the bottom, we would have to add another almost 3" to that. So the very bottom of the trailer would be about 5 inches off the ground when it's unhitched. That would mean I would not be able to just kind of back in, hook it on, bang, away we go. We would need some kind of trailer jack in here, which we'll probably put on anyways somewhere in here. Put a trailer jack there, just a small guy of some sort. So that would work, and then of course that would give me that'd be pretty low though. Wow, I don't know if I want to go that far low with it, but that might be what we have to do. See, now I'm kind of thinking of mounting all this stuff underneath, and that gives you a little more purchase area for your side pieces when they come off the main trailer hitch there, because you can run them underneath and get a purchase point on the front and on the side here. It gives you lots to weld these to, and gives you lots more strength. But I'm kind of thinking that's going to be pretty low. But that would probably still work. Oh boy, I just don't want to get it all welded on. I'm like, yeah, it didn't work. But I think what the beauty thing is I can do is, like, these are all 5-foot pieces. Everything. I got 3 of these smaller ones, 5 foot, and then the big guy here is 5 foot. I could get it mounted back. Like, what are we just roughly sitting at here now? 20 inch, so I need 29, so that gives me lots even sitting right there. But if I went back even more with it, somewhere there I could get it welded on here, 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 and here. I think that would be pretty strong. Now I'm just kind of curious. I'm just hoping that it's not going to be too low on the back there, but I think that should be all right. I want to get that bar set up maybe underneath and just put it on some stones to give me a rough idea what we're kind of looking at here. So give me a second here. I'll get some more stones out here and see if we can get that lined up there somehow. Okay, we're sort of mounted underneath there. How are we looking here? We're actually a little high in the front yet. But that's just because of the stones I got in there. So anyways, that's all right. We're showing a little over 12 there, so it's not too much worse. But basically, I was going to run this big guy back to the very next beam, but then it would be too short. It wouldn't give my these guys very much. The angle would have been more like this. I think that's too much. So we brought her back out a little bit. So we got fairly goodish angle there. And we were after the 29 inch. But I don't think that's quite so particular now because we're lower. I was measuring, I think the other day, up higher. So we're actually lower, so it'll actually still lift higher yet. So we could actually probably be a little bit longer out on the front here, which is good. So right now we got this. We should just level that off at 24 maybe, or 25. Right now this bar here is out at 29, so that would actually be roughly where my hitch is. So this does have to go back a hair bit more. See now. Oh, that's not good. That'll give us an idea though. So let's just see, what are we sitting at now? So 20, 22, 29. So if that went, see, that doesn't give me a whole lot to attach my hitches to. So we might have to just go, like I could bring this big bar in more, but then it's going to adjust my angle of these a heck of a lot more. Which I guess still gives stability. But I don't know exactly what I want to do here with this right now. I'm just going to have to wing her, I guess. Like I could go in more with this bar. Let's try to take her into a 20-inch maybe. Oh, I gotta go up. Not down, up. Let's just see what this gives us. I just don't want to reduce my main big hitch here too much. So we'll get that in around the 20-inch. That's pretty close there. So put the weight back down on her. So that's going to make my boy. Now let's bring this out. So that would be essentially the furthest in when we're unloading. So that'll make these bars pretty steep angle to this guy here. I don't know if I like that or not, but I like having that short distance there for the lift. And then now when we're traveling, we'll have a, drilled through here somewhere, depending on where these guys meet. I think it's going to have to be, we might have to do a top mount hole, because these guys are probably going to mash right in here, give us lots of strength here, right? Right tight as I can get her. They'll get welded angly-wise onto there. And then we'll do a drop pin down through, I think, the top, and then you won't have to worry about it falling out. If it was on the side, it might fall out, right? So we'll drill a hole right through, bang. And then when we want to drive it, we can just extend it, put another hole through there somewhere, or the top, whatever. And then we can put a pin there, and then we've got, now we're stretched out to, now we're stretched out to and past you guys, 62 inch. It's over 5 feet here. That should be plenty long. I think the hitch is going to be way up here. The tractor will be running about here somewhere. The tires about yeah, that should be lots. And then I'm just not sure when it's under strain how it's going to be. It might work pretty good, but with all this weight here, it might be bouncing on this top piece and tear it open there. I don't know. I mean, that's 1/4 inch stuff. It's probably pretty darn strong, but I may do several holes maybe just to get where I feel it's going to be strong, because the longer you put this out here, the more she's going to have spring and bounce right on the middle of the hitch here. It's going to want to tear that open, and I really don't want that to happen. So I should probably have, I know on hitches they have like an outer shield thingy around the outsides of these things here. I don't have that though, but that would be the next size up again. You could make like a shieldy thing, right? Yeah, that's something I don't have. They're usually on like the trailer hitch part on a vehicle kind of thing. So that's probably what that's for, is to just reinforce that end so it doesn't start peeling open on you. But I mean, we don't have to be that long either. We can go even there would be probably lots, So just to get me away from like the bottomed out thing, right? So, but I think that's sort of what the plan's going to be. I'm going to maybe do that. I think that would work pretty good. Now, drilling this stuff isn't going to be fun. Probably should have a 1/2 inch at least a 1/2 inch hole, maybe even a 3/4. I don't know. Now I also got to think of material for my actual hitch here too. I'm gonna have to look and see what I got here. Lucky what I found. That'll make us some nice hitch material stuff. That'd be awesome. So that'll get chopped and severely welded there. Now I got another piece here too. I want to grab it. Just one sec. Because I want to see what my distance is here between between stuff here. So if we put, this is going to be tricky. That one there and that one there. We got like 2 inch. That should be good. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. This is going to go, let's bring it around here. Where are you? So we're going to cut these off, of course, certain distance. And put one on the bottom, one on the top. Drill a 3/4 inch hole through. Then I have a drop pin there I can put in. That'll be our hitch. But I got to leave her a fair piece out. That's the thing. I got to go measure that other trailer. I think it was 4 inches or something, plus what we're going to weld onto this. It's going to be a heavy hitch. Okay, so my other trailer I made her at 6, and I kind of think I want a little bit more turn, so I'm going to make this 7. So from the end to where the hitch will get welded starting will be 7, and then the hitch, oh boy, how much should we leave on the hitch? Guess that's all going to matter with how much we want it to retract in. I'd like to have my 29 inch if possible. So I don't know if you guys are looking at the right spot here. I'm sorry. So that bottomed out like there, bang, and then our 7 inch. I need to leave another, we'll say it's a little less than 9. I like to keep the numbers round and even, so I think if we did it 8, that would actually get me in a little more even. Ooh, geez. So 8 inch, and now that would give us a total. No, I'm not doing this right, am I? I'm at 29 there. That's not good. That's going to stand on another 7 inch, so I need to bring this in. Geez, I don't know if that's enough. That means I got to push this in like a lot further here. For my 29, it's 7 inches out from there. This is a lot of thinking. My brain doesn't want to do this today. That doesn't leave me very much welded on there, so I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit, I think, because I'm going to have at least, boy, at least. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6. That brings us out to 33 inch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's closer. I don't want to push this guy in anymore. I'm just kind of stuck at that position of like, crap, what to do? The more I push this guy in, the shorter these guys will be, and I don't want that. I kind of like where those are roughly sitting there. Some are like, well, over there somewhere, and this one over here somewhere. So now we're going to be another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then that only leaves me 3 inch to weld the hitch to. I don't think that's enough. Five might do it. And then our 7 sticking out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 32 inch. Well, that might be the way it's got to be, because I got to leave lots of meat on there for that thing, that's for sure. Yeah. Wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't planning on just doing the, you know, lift the 3-point hitch up to tilt her back to unload it. But overall, I don't really have to have the trailer at the back hit the ground anyways. This would still, even a little bit, will help get the angle a little bit off. The climb off the back, I think, will help anything. So, so I guess somewhere there it's going to sit. It's going to have to be the way it's going to have to be, because I can't really lengthen this out too much more. I can't shorten it too much more. I can't, you know, because of these things then, and everything all kind of has to together a bit, right? So that does suck, but I think that's the way she'll have to be, unfortunately. Away she goes. But that's good. This stuff's nice because it's got such a sharp bevel there too. It'll give me a lot to weld under, and then each side will just load her full with weld, and then she'll be solid. That'd be pretty sweet though. I think that'll work good. So let's just do another little recap here. What are we gonna? We're gonna leave 5 inches. Should be enough. And if I have a problem, if I don't like the way it's toned or whatever, I'll just weld her here, and she'll be solid. Then we won't have a problem then. So, but it'd be nice to have a removable hitch to it. You know, being so short, it'll park nice and easy. You won't have, you know, a huge long hitch hanging at the front. So 5, and then another. What did I say? 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a foot of material there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm only 3 inches over what I was planning on there, so I think that'll work. That should be good. So I'll get working on this, cutting and stuff, and then I'll give you a couple little updates and stuff as we get through her here. All right, we're gonna cut our 2 12-inch pieces here, and that's for what's gonna get drilled with. I think a 3/4 inch hole will be good. That's what I have been using, and it's been pretty good. So I'm going to probably do like that again. That other one is a 3/4 inch hole drilled in it on my other trailer, and it's. Well, it hauls quite a bit of weight. It's probably going to be, with this trailer weight, this trailer with some dirt in it and the machine on it, it's probably going to be quite equivalent to a trailer load of dirt on the other green trailer. It's pretty heavy, so we've got our 12-inch marked. Figured you guys like this saw stuff, so we're 12 there. So yeah, this stuff is 3/4 inch thick by 2 inch. So it's pretty beefy stuff. It should serve the purpose well. So let's fire up here and juice her. Oh, not yet. I don't have no juice to juice her. I knew I forgot something. Now we'll be able to juice her. And I've got safety glasses on and ear protection, and I'm going to put a pair of gloves on just in case you get the odd sparkage. Here we go. quite a cut, but how long would that have taken with an abrasive cut-off saw? Like a long time. And this is, it's just a bit warm, which means to me that that blade is maybe getting a little dull, because I know this stuff is just a mild steel. It's nothing super spectacular, this stuff, so that's depressing. I'm not happy with that, because that blade was fairly expensive, and it also claimed on it, oh, it's made in Germany. I can't tell you the brand of it now, but I'm a little disappointed with that. Usually the German stuff is pretty good. Pretty super awesome, over-engineered kind of stuff, right? But this stuff apparently isn't, so I'm not happy with that. Okay, cut number 2. So I bet you if I was doing an abrasive blade, I might have been maybe almost halfway through this by now, and it'd be a lot more sparks. And then those blades wear down real fast, and then you lose your cut depth too, right? So, oh well, here we go, number 2. That time I actually pushed harder on the saw, and it seemed to actually take it pretty good, and it's just barely warm there. But what a beautiful cut. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of a close-up, you know, like smooth, and it almost polishes it as it's going through. So there we go, that's those 2 pieces. And yeah, we have to figure out where we want to drill those now. Okay, so I gotta try to find center, and the hole of my other trailer is, the center of the hole is 1 inch, so it's kind of close-ish. I'm going to mark this out here though and see what I can come up with, but what's the best way to find where the center is of here? So what I'm going to try to do is use my little measuring Dewey guy here, and that's, I'm going to do 50 millimeters because it's more of a precise measurement. So that's should be, turns into 2 inch, yeah, 2 inch. So we can do it that way, or we can do it this way. We can do just hold that there. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Let's see if we can get you in a little. Whoa, where are ya? Get you in a little closer here. No, that's maybe too close because you can't see the Dewey. Okay, hang on. Okay, that might be a little better. Okay, so right now we've got, like I say, that 2 inch. So we got 2 inch, so I'm going to go down to 1 inch. As close as I can get her. Could do it this way too, I guess. You guys can't see that though, so I'm going to say that doesn't have to be, you know, we're not building a rocket ship here, so that's our center there. Okay, so now I want that hole, the center, to be, the center was 1 inch, so actually we're still good with this measurement here. So this should be, that should be our center. So that'll be the center of our hole, and then it's going to be a 3/4 inch hole all the way around. So something like that. That looks small. That's 3/4 inch. If you guys can, yeah, 3/4. That looks really small for some reason, but that's the. I know that's it because it's got to fit through my drawbar too, right? I'll show you. Let's go look. Well, that's the drawbar holes. That's 3/4. It looks kind of small. Maybe it might actually be. It's not a 1 inch. I know that. Now this one, I think this is a 3/4 hitch pin I've got here. is it? Yeah, by the time that's hogged out of there, that'll be the 3/4. So, but the top hole here, I made it a little bigger, only because it's maybe like an inch anyways. The bottom's 3/4. It's kind of hard to show you that. Like the bottom's 3/4, that thing just fits through there. But the top's bigger, only because when I'm hooking this on, it allows me to get in there and pull it a bit and get it lined up and then shove it on. So I might even do that with the other one, is drill a 1 inch and then a 3/4 on the bottom. Try to get them lined up, and then she hitches a little nicer that way. It's not really floppy though. You don't really notice it. I don't notice it anyways. So I think that's maybe what I'm going to do. 3/4 bottom, and then 1 inch on the top. Either way, I guess it doesn't really matter. It'll slide around there and drop in. But I find that if you're off a bit, this is still up in the air here, but if you're off a bit, you can, well, that's a lot. Oh, no, that's back. So if you're off a bit, when you back in, how the heck was I doing that now? You put this down in there, and then you can line her up a little better. Get this, oops, sorry, get this guy down in here. It gives you that little bit extra play to get the bottom lined up. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is a 1 inch on top and then a 3/4 out the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to drill the first one out here, and then I'm going to put them together and then line up my second hole that way. Should kind of work. I just have to psh the hole and then drill the rest. So I'm not going to probably use any kind of, you know, lubey stuff this time either as well. I'm just going to go kind of slowish. Oh, no gloves to get caught. I forgot about that the other day, my bad. Close enough. So this is just going to drill my pilot holes again. You know what? I'm going to speed this thing up for this, so she'll go like stupid fast. See what she does here. Okay, so this isn't as fast as it goes. It's about 2,500 RPM. Stupid door won't close. About 2,500 RPM, so should be a little speedier. That worked pretty good. I guess it does go faster. But, I'm good. That's fast enough for me. Okay, I gotta drill my other one here now too. Somehow simultaneously hold them both. I don't think this thing's tall enough to hold both things. But like I say, I just have to punch through it and get a point started, and we'll be equal. Oh, but I need to go down a bit. Just a little bit. Should be good. Crank that back on. Yes, I know I didn't tie my thing down. I need to get the bolts that fit under here that you could mount that down with. I just don't have any, so. Okay, let's see if we can just get this to punch in. Should be good. And do we want to try full speed? Let's try 3,600 RPM here. I'll turn it up. Hang on. Okay, this is actually 3,300. Sorry, I thought it was 36. So this is going to be extraordinarily fast. Definitely want safety gear on. And here we go. Wasn't that fast, eh? That's really fast. It actually takes a second to... Listen to this again, ready? Actually takes a bit to get her going. That's pretty awesome. So, okay, so we're good there. We'll put our 3/4 bit in here now. We'll drill the big 3/4 out. Now it'll be safety wise too. I know you guys are yelled at me. Holy cow! You just like took that out without unplugging it. Well, I took out the safety switch. So hopefully that's good enough. It definitely won't start, or shouldn't now. Okay, so let's switch bits here. Our 3/4, and then he made a little arbor guy. All right, this is probably going to be too fast, so I'm going to have to change. Yeah, I don't want to be drilling it that fast, so I kind of changed the speed here again, right slow. Okay, so change the speed. Yes, I will unplug it. Just unplugged, plug. So this, we have to unloosen our tension things. And we want to go to 210 RPM. So we have to put this guy right at the bottom and the other guy right at the top. So we have to reverse everything that's here right now. So first of all, we need to kind of, there's already tension on here because of the positioning of everything. So there we go, that's a bit looser. So we'll take this guy right off. Take this guy right off. Put this guy right to the bottom. Or down a little bit. And this guy, start on the small pulley and work up to the big pulley. Back on. Ow! Okay, so now we got to position the bottom one down, and then this one down here, and that should make her go slow. Let's just plug her in, turn her on, make sure everything's running good, as slow as I can go with her. So there we go. I don't know why this thing sometimes clicks down and other times. Oh, there. Okay, let's go down one floor. And drill this 3/4 here. Alright, so I am again just going to use air power for this. Safety glasses in. This is actually a brand new bit. I've never used this one. Secure this down somehow, or just secure the piece down, because I'm afraid of it kind of ripping and leaving on me here. So let me get a couple of clamps maybe onto her. Okay, that feels better. I think I could go one more speed higher maybe. one more speed. Hang on. Okay. I think we're turning through. There we go. Well, there's the one side of the hitch. That looks pretty good. Alright, and we'll gear up and do the 1-inch side. Alright, 1 inch. Here we go. This bit's drilled quite a few holes for me, so the bucket's stuck to my little mini. It's got to be, I don't know, 7. I don't know. I've lost count now. Still pretty sharp too. Let's get you in a bit closer. Quite sharp still. Okay, we got her mostly mounted. I just got to do a little bit of finagling and stuff. Get her in the right spot here. Because once she's on, she's on. It's not going to change. So there's our removable hitch. Feels pretty good. And I should go and get, just for fun, go and get that hitch pin, see if it drops in there. Alright, so we'll pretend that's welded, but it's welded with a clamp right now. So that's pretty good. Probably could have done them both 3/4, but like I say, this will help to get the top line, and then you can wiggle the bar with this pin through and then do the bottom. Now none of these have been deburred yet. They need to go in there with my little thingy there and deburr them, but I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to crank this down and get her off here and weld her, I guess, solid. I'm going to just weld, I think, down the sides, not on this end, so it gets it still nice and tight. Because if I put a weld there, then it's going to stick out like about there somewhere, right? So we're losing another 1/2 inch there. So I think that should be pretty good. I'm going to weld this up. All right, we're very, very well welded on there now. I don't think that's going to move. Better friggin' not, anyways. That's a pretty good weld on there. Should be lots strong, I think. So yes. Now, I guess the next thing will be to do some drilling maybe on this piece here to where I want stuff to lay. Now this piece is going to be extraordinarily hot right now, so we're going to have to try to slide her in here without burning ourselves. Now, just as I slid that in there, I'm thinking, oh crap, I never thought of that. Nothing major, it's definitely avoidable, but when I slid that in there, there was some rust on this stuff that, you know, come off. And I'm like, oh crap, what if I don't leave this thing out or whatever, and it gets all rusty and it gets rusted in there or something, and then it won't come out. Gonna have to lube her, I guess, with something. Could even get as crazy as drill in some little grease fittings, but I think I would just spray it with like a fluid film stuff and then just, you know, kind of thing. Keep her from rusting inside there, because I could paint her, yeah, the paint's gonna just go every time I take it in and out anyway, so that's not gonna be so good. So I guess our next feat here will be to drill our holes where we want, and I'm gonna let this thing cool. I'll go grab some lunch and then let her cool. And I got a funeral today too, so this might actually be as far as I can get today, because it's like noon now. They're supposed to be here at 2:30. I haven't seen a vault show up yet, so yeah, that kind of day. So I'll think about what I want to do here. I'll let this cool over lunch. I should probably pull that out. It's not so hot back here, because it's probably hot back here now. A little bit. I did also find another chunk there, which will make me a perimeter piece on there to beef that up a little bit. That probably won't be such a bad idea. But let me get some stuff lined up here. I'll have to let this cool, I guess. This might be as far as I can get today with funeral and stuff. So yeah, anyways, we'll let this cool and then we'll see how we're looking after. Alright, I think I got everything exactly set where I want to be. I got this piece here centered. I'm going to actually cut it just behind here. So I'm going to have this support, welded all around. Should be lots. These are on a pretty wicked angle. Should clear my tires good though, just because of the length of the hitch and stuff. I cut a piece of this stuff to go on here, so I got to leave room for that, because this is going to be kind of, you know, down in here, so these things will have to angle in behind, and put them on a pretty wicked angle back. Like, you know, I could go more like this, and it's even a less angle, you know, but I don't know, it'd be more support back there, but I don't know. I haven't quite decided where. I might actually even just dead end it right at this beam here on the back side, so they might end up like about there somewhere. And if you look down in here, you'll see where kind of where this was, if this was cut on a pretty wicked angle this way. I don't even know if my saw will cut that much. I might have to torch that, I don't know. That's a pretty wicked cut, wicked angle. And this one, vice versa, would be just shy of there. So somewhere in around there somewhere would probably be pretty good, but that's not giving it a whole lot of support. I don't know what to say. Okay, we're going to cut our tongue piece here. What I've measured here is just a little bit past the second beam. So I left a ½ inch or so to weld to as well. Give me a little extra. I kind of think putting these underneath is going to be a bit too low, but we'll try to make her work. I think we might be a little bit too low on the tongue. And if so, then I'll have to probably rebuild our slidey piece, if you know what I mean. This this slidey piece here, I might have to rebuild it and put in like another block up here, and then this would be our bottom, and then our top would be up here. I could do it anyways. I could put another piece in here, cut another one of these, and put another piece on top. Then you'd have, like, you could have two different levels too, right? So I don't know. I'll leave it like that for now until we try her out and see how things are with levels and stuff. But when I cut this piece, I had a heck of a time on the bottom. It would not go through it. The big square piece that this is supposed to, the little short piece is supposed to go on this piece, just to beef up the front a little bit. It had a heck of a time trying to get through the bottom, and I don't understand why. But anyways, we'll try this piece. I may have to find another blade sooner than I thought for our saw, because I know when you start seeing the sparks, that's not usually a good thing for your blade life. So okay, so we're going to chop this right about there. Definitely having problems. I should have been through that a lot faster already. I'm going to try to keep going here, but I guess I'm going to have to look for another blade. Definitely something not right there. I think they're dull. I think the blades are dull. I'm like pushing and nothing's happening, so I'll try again here, but I might be out of luck. Out of blade, I do believe. Oh man, well that's not much good because I got a cutting yet to do. That sucks. Okay, well let's see if we can take this blade off of here, I guess. Oh man, I don't have a replacement here either. Yes, I have unplugged it. Where are you guys looking here? I need to go up a bit. So that sucks. I want to get this blade off and get her flipped around, and then we'll have a good look at her here. That might be as far as I can get today until I can order a blade in or find a decent one. Oh man. Doing so good too. Oh well. That's what happens, I guess. What the heck? Let's go that way with it. So, that's the big one. And it's got a little locker thing here to lock the blade. Should have, anyways. There we go. Well, doesn't that just suck? Certainly does suck. Okay, let's have a look at this close up here and see what's going on. So they're not feeling sharp. That one, where are we here? This one doesn't look too bad though, but you can see this one here doesn't really have an edge to it now. That one's really got a chip out of her. Let's brush this crap off of here. Don't know if I can get you in any closer. No. That's our problem. We've got chips into it. Yep. That's our problem. So yeah, that one's not much better either. Now you can sharpen these things but holy frickin' crap, that would take a long time to sharpen these, because there are 72 teeth on this. I think it is 80 tooth. This is an 80 tooth blade, so I'm probably not going to sharpen this thing. But that's it, Tornado. It says woodworking, I know, but this is ferrous metal, non-ferrous metal, ferrous metals. So ferrous metals saw blade. It's the right blade for it, but just didn't last very long. Somewhere it said, I think it was on the package, it said made in Germany. Well, it cut for a little while, I guess, but not for super wicked too long. But anyways, I'll have to do some surfing here and see if I can find a blade. Well, just surfing around, I found this place. I don't actually know where they are. It says probably serving Canadians. Free shipping across Canada, so they must be Canada somewhere. This is a Bosch blade. Bosch is pretty good stuff. So I couldn't imagine they'd have crappy blades, but so far the blade that originally came with the saw is nothing has lasted quite as long. This is my second replacement blade, but this is the third blade I've had, including the first one. And ProPoint, and of course where I bought at Princess Auto, doesn't sell blades like that. They only have their crappy Power Fist ones, like I got here. I tried one of them. That was my second one I tried, and it lasted like 4 cuts, I think. And then it got a couple of teeth that it was going ding, 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 ding every time it went past, and it wasn't too long after that it packed it in. So then I got this one, this Tornado one from Busy Bee Tools. It looked pretty good, and it's lasted pretty good, but that's done today. It's not cutting at all. So that's the trouble with these. They are quite expensive. Yes, you can buy a lot of these abrasive ones. They're 12 bucks versus 150. But I think you definitely get a lot more cuts out of one of these than you would one of those before it wears down too low. You couldn't use it. So, but I seen this here, 14-inch 80 tooth again, steel carbide or steel cut blade. And if you read down here, it says designed for steel plate, iron, angle iron, bar stock or pipe, blah blah blah, goes into the expansion slots and stuff on the blah blah blah. Extra hard C6 carbide teeth with 0-degree hook, produces fast clean cuts with minimal burns. Cooler running, longer life, less dust and debris than bonded abrasive wheels. Thick plate with hard body for accurate and true running. 1-inch arbor. So that's pretty darn exactly what I'm looking for. And they're 139 bucks a piece. They're on on sale right now. But they say up here if you spend 149 or more, which of course there might be on after tax. Actually, let's just put this to a 1. I think you have to. That's probably got to be before tax. Over $149. Click here for details. I'll just open a new tab. Ontario, December 20th. Holiday deadlines. Okay. Free shipping on most orders over $149. Get free shipping now. Get shipping done. Yeah, okay, whatever. And so I think that should be all okay. And Bosch is a pretty good name, you know. They've got quite a bit of tools, and they should know kind of what they're doing, I would think. So I'm just going to add one to cart. And it's taking a minute here. Let's oh, there we go. Okay, so where did my cart go? There. One item in cart. So $139. Yeah, they want additional fees of $4.95. I don't know what that's for. So $144. So I'm still not perfect over. I don't really need anything else, but what if I change this to 2? Update shopping cart is going to be a lot of money though. But kind of good to have. $284. Ooh. I guess we'll go with that. Hopefully I can pay with my PayPal, and off we go. Okay, so I ordered that blade. I don't know when it's going to get here. I think they said something like the 22nd or 3rd or something, so that's almost 2 weeks. That kind of sucks because I got some more stuff to cut and I got no more blade. Definitely not going to cut any more here, so that sort of sucks, but I kind of don't really want to take this out here. Like, I want to do some drilling to this too, you know, but I don't really want to take her out yet because then I could just put the blade back in and finish my cut, but darn it, I have no more blades that are going to cut this. That sucks. So, I guess that's as far as I can go today. Anyways, maybe on the weekend if we're out somewhere, I'll look for like another one or something just to get me through, and then I'll have another one when that other one comes, but darn it. So I did order that one online, should be here. Bosch tools, pretty good. I would really like a Milwaukee one, but I couldn't really seem to find one. So the place where I get some of my stuff, tools and stuff, the Milwaukee stuff, is down in Mississauga. And I looked on their website and they listed, but they said they're out of stock. So I'm like, oh, that's no good. So anyways, that's all we can do, I guess, for today. My funeral will be here momentarily, so I guess I better finish up and then we'll head her out. So, well, we did pretty good until, you know, this cut. That was definitely just no more. She's not gonna bite, so could probably get that blade sharpened, but you know what? It would probably cost you $100 for someone to sharpen it when they're only about 140 new. So might as well just get a brand new one. So sharpening would be pretty expensive, I think, on those because of the carbide teeth, right? So, but anywho, I guess we'll leave her at that for now. Well, that's it. I ran out of time today. Whoop, geez, and light apparently. Sorry, hang on. Hold on. Hold the horses. We'll get to some more light here in a second. There we go. Yeah, that funeral was late getting here. They were supposed to be here at 2:30 graveside, and they were here at like 10 after 3. So they had to kind of come a little bit of a distance, I guess. So maybe they got lost or something. I don't know, whatever. But so that killed me for time, you know, waiting around for them to show up and help them at the grave and stuff. And I helped a nice old lady and stuff. So that was my good deed, I guess. So. But anyways, she's all filled in. That lady was 105 years old that we buried here. So the funny thing is, there's a 9-year-old buried there at this grave that died in 1916, 100 years ago. So this lady was like 5 years old when this person was buried here. So that's kind of a neat little tiddly bit thingy. So she had quite a life past that person, I guess. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, but yeah, 9 years old buried in here, and that lady was 5 years old, I guess, when that person was buried. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, but 105. Wowee. That's a pretty good age. You can't complain about that too much. So, but this is how much dirt I got left. I had 4 big piles here out of the trailer. A little bit spilled off to the side, but she'll level all up. And it's a little dirty, like muddy, but there is a little bit of sandy stuff in it, so it might pack down to a nice kind of a road. But definitely some frost got under her last night. There's about 6 inches there, I think, roughly. Yeah, it's probably about 6 or so inches thick. So this stuff I never even got into. This would be the very top stuff in the sod. So that might just get all smushed over there and level that out off again. I don't know, we'll see when spring comes. So anyways, that's it for today. I wanted to do a little more, but I have to wait till I get a saw blade now, I guess, or see if I can grab one quick on the weekend and wait for this other one to come in or whatever. Like I said, really like to get a Milwaukee one. That's a 14-inch 80 tooth 1-inch arbor carbide metal saw blade for cutting ferrous metals. So I like I said, I got one coming, but from what they're saying, it's not going to be till like the 23rd or something silly. So I'll have to wait for a bit unless I can find one this weekend. I guess I could go to Princess Auto maybe and get one of their ones that didn't last long, but at least I could get my project finished. it's either that or wait, but I really don't want to wait. I want to get her done, get her painted, and get her back into the other side of the shop so we have the tractor back in, because it's pretty hard on it starting when it's cold like that. So, but anywho, you all have a good weekend. I'm leaking here. And have a good night and stuff, and we'll catch you next week.